Daniel and his wife, Priya, had moved to an old, quaint house with their two kids, Aryan and MIA. The house was known for its haunting reputation in the locality, but Daniel dismissed this as mere superstition. Another peculiar feature of the house was a locked basement door. The real estate agent told him that it had been sealed for decades due to repairs that were never completed. One evening, Daniel could not resist the urge to satisfy his curiosity. He took a crowbar and a flashlight and opened the lock and pried open the door. A chilling draft rushed out, accompanied by a faint, echoing whisper. "Did you hear that?" Priya asked nervously. Daniel brushed it off. "Just the wind," he said, though his hands trembled as he descended into the darkness. The basement was vast, cold, and unsettling. Weird symbols were carved into the stone walls, and in the center of the room sat a broken rocking chair. It rocked faintly, though there wasn't any breeze. On the floor, Daniel spotted a faded photograph of a family, 3 children, and their parents. The faces were scratched out. Within a day or two, things were starting to get a little eerie. MIA began waking up at night claiming someone was whispering her name. Aryan's toys kept on moving around, and the slight noise of footsteps could be heard at odd hours of the night. One night Priya found MIA standing blankly in front of the door to the basement, saying, "They're calling me." Panicked, Priya wanted them to call a paranormal investigator. When the investigator arrived, he right away sensed the presence of some dark force. He inspected the basement and, with that discovery, unfolded the horrific history of the place. The house belonged to a man who led a cult. The man lured families into his home and promised them safety from evil. Instead, the man performed some sort of ritual that killed those people. Spirits of those victims were supposedly trapped in the basement. That night, the family decided to leave, but as they packed, the house seemed to turn against them. Doors slammed shut on their own. Lights flickered, and the whispers grew louder, almost deafening. As they ran out, Daniel glanced back and froze in horror. A shadowy figure stood in the basement doorway, its hollow eyes fixed on him. The family never returned to the house. Locals to this day claim to hear faint cries and whispers coming from the locked basement, as if the spirits are still waiting for someone to free them.